So let's get started putting together our first app.
This video is brought to you by ObbyPie's Academy.
First, there's going to be some tools that we're going to need. Now, these tools work on Mac or PC. I happen to be using a PC for this section, but you could just as easily use a Mac and follow the same instructions to get started. So I've pointed my browser at Phonegap.com. This is the Adobe Phonegap page, and there's a lot of tools on here for people who develop in Phonegap. Phonegap being that cross-platform HTML5 framework that lets us deploy both to iOS and Android. So there's two things here. There's the Phonegap desktop app. You're going to want to download and install that. The Phonegap desktop app is this, and it simply allows you to create and manage Phonegap applications and also test them on your phone. Second is the Phonegap Developer App. Now, the Phonegap Developer App is specific for iOS or Android. So you're going to want to obviously download the one for the phone or tablet that you have. You also have a version for Windows Phone in case you're someone who has the Windows Phone system. You only need to really test on one of these if you happen to have both. I'm going to be using iOS today, so I've already downloaded from the App Store the iOS version of the Developer Mobile app. What the Developer Mobile app lets me do is see the Phonegap app for the purpose of testing on my phone. Remember that Phonegap apps are true native apps, and they're built by surrounding a web browser in the native code necessary to run the app. And that browser displays your app. So you're going to be building an HTML5, JavaScript, etc., and targeting that Phonegap browser. All of that's invisible to the user. When you actually run the Phonegap Developer app on the phone, here's what it looks like. This is just reflecting my phone, so you can see my actual screen. And besides the fact that I have a lot of unread email, you can see the Phonegap Developer app here at the bottom of the screen. So this Phonegap Developer app, again, is just to run the actual Phonegap applications. So the way this works is, this is a server address, and you can type the server address in here using the keyboard on your phone. And you're going to want that to match the server address provided down here. So 192.168.0.118.9.112. So on my phone, I'm going to need to change that to reflect what it says on the desktop app. So let's go ahead and enter the rest of that. We need the port number, which is 9112. Now we could click connect, and the app that's in Phonegap right now, which is this tip calculator app, will run. So there you can see there's our tip calculator app, and I can run it right on my phone. Okay, so once you have those tools set up, the next thing you're going to do is actually create your app here using the Phonegap desktop app. So ignoring the tip calculator app, we're going to create an app right now. So I'm clicking the plus sign. I'm going to create a new Phonegap project. And first of all, it wants to know where am I going to put it. So I'm going to put it on my desktop. And let's name it Chuck. Then it wants an ID. Now, you always want to put an ID in your actual app. And that's because this is how your app will be uniquely identified in the App Store. Now, you should use this reverse URL pattern. So ours would be tv.learn to program.chuck. Now, if you don't have a company, you can just put your name right there, but you want to make sure this is unique for each project. I'll click Create Project, and you'll see very quickly we've now got Chuck listed right here, and we've also got the Chuck app here that Phonegap has created. And you can see there's several folders in here. The important one for right now is the www folder. It's got a test app in here, and that test app actually is really not needed. You can test it and make sure everything is running okay, but we're actually going to get rid of all of this. So I've selected these folders. I'm actually going to drag them right to the trash, and I'm just left with the index.html. In addition to the index.html, we have the config.xml that helps us configure our application for release to the store. But right now we've got the skeleton of our app ready to go, and now we're ready to write some code. We have all of our Phonegap tools configured. We've got the Phonegap desktop app. We've got the Phonegap app on our phone running. We've got the two connected. So once we've got that, we can go ahead and build our new Phonegap app by pressing plus and entering the correct information. And then we'll just clean out the www folder. Once you're at that point, you're ready to move on to the next section in which we'll start creating our actual application.